Welcome back to the Triangle Home Report, your insight into our area's real estate market. Each week, host Gregory Robbins and Kim Yantosh interview top real estate experts to help you navigate the exciting changes that are happening every day. The Triangle Home Report is presented by Coldwell Banker Howard Perry in Walston.
Today we have with us Kevin Lingard from the Cary office of Coldwell Banker Howard Perry in Walston to talk with us about green homes. Welcome, Kevin.
Thank you.
Kevin, welcome to the show. How long have you been in real estate?
Well, as you can tell from my accent, I'm from slightly east of Nag's Head. We moved over here with my wife about 8 years ago, and just over 7 years ago I got my real estate license and joined HPW, and I've been with them ever since.
What made you decide to pursue a career in real estate?
I'm sure most agents say the same thing, but I just love helping people. It's just a great thrill to help people find a home, whether it's first-time buyers or move up or move down buyers. It's just a great thrill to do that. It is
a rewarding career.
So Kevin, tell us, when did you develop an interest in green homes and green issues?
Back in England, I was an engineer. I'm actually a chartered engineer, which is the British equivalent of a professional engineer over here. And way back in the early 80s, I was a hospital engineer. And at the time, we were working on what we then called energy conservation, because the only things that were green were grass and trees. The word green hadn't been coined. And we were doing a lot of big projects, but the smaller things we were doing were things like installing tankless water heaters, which were just being developed in Europe at the time. And ever since then, I've had a passion for green buildings and green built things.
Well, probably should have asked this before that question, but we hear the word green thrown around a lot when it comes to real estate. So when you say, or you hear someone say green, exactly what does that mean?
I think it means something different to everybody who you talk to. Nobody has the same definition of green. It's just common sense for a lot of times. It's doing things that are going to waste less energy, cause less environmental damage. In terms of real estate, there's two things to look at. There's the green certifications and the green products and things that are now being put into houses. Most new homes now have got some kind of green certification, and there's several of them out there. And at the top end, the Rolls-Royce of green certifications is LEED, LEED. Unfortunately, there's only one LEED certified development in the Triangle at the moment, and that's 54 East in Chapel Hill. At the other end is Energy Star, and I think everybody's seen the little Energy Star logo on everything from computer monitors to kitchen machines, appliances, and everything. Yeah. What that is, it's a government-backed scheme, and they look at what is a normal house. And to become Energy Star, you have to be 20% better than a normal house. So your energy consumption has to be 20% better than what the government deem is normal. But in addition to that, there is other green designations. We have the Green Home Builders of the Triangle, who has a designation. National Home Builders Association also has a designation. NC State developed a designation called NC Healthy Built Homes, which is for smaller builders who can work on that. And all these designations are either based on the design of the home or on site visits, or like LEED on both. The other side of that is the green products. Everybody's seen the compact fluorescent lights, or the CFLs. Well, LEDs are coming out now, which are even more efficient than that. And of course, I mentioned before, tankless water heaters. There's an awful lot of those being put in homes nowadays.
So when you talk about, it sounds like to me, it's efficiency. You keep talking about the Energy Star rating.
Yeah.
That's okay. We got to be 20% better than what we could be. But is that a moving target as we get more sophisticated and things just keep getting better and better? Do they change that target, or is that based on some antiquated number?
That I'm sure will improve or will move. At the moment, yes, it's probably what would be thought of as a fairly antiquated target.
Yeah.
These things do move slowly.
So Energy Star is a yes, I'm getting greener, but yes, we don't know how green.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. All right. So what green features should I look for when I'm looking to buy a home?
There's several, and obviously looking at a green certification will go a long way. But the simple things, a lot of people now are putting in tankless water heaters. A lot of people are using the spray foam insulation. which is slightly more expensive than the standard insulation, but it's far, far more efficient. It makes what's called a tighter envelope of the house. It reduces leaks from air loss, and it reduces the insulation, the heat loss or gain, depending on the season, obviously.
So is there an easy way for buyers to search for green homes?
My website actually does have 2 different types of green searches on there. If you go to kevinlingard.com, on the front page, it's got a green search, which gives you all the green certifications. And if you go to the advanced search, you can search for things like tankless hot water heaters, spray foam, if there's a specific requirement you want.
That's on your website.
On my website.
Awesome.
There is some other ones out there.
So if I'm selling my home, is it worth it to me to spend any money to make it greener in order to sell it faster?
In all honesty, no.
Okay.
It's
Well, since we're being honest.
green does cost. The time it is worth thinking about it is if you need to replace something anyway. If you need to replace your water heater, think about going tankless. If you need to replace your windows, look at the energy rating of the windows you're going to put in. You may spend a little bit more money, but at that time it's only a small amount of money. It's the same we always say with selling houses. Spending the money may help it sell quicker. It may not. But I say spend the money when you need to spend the money on replacing something.
So being green could be a natural evolution. It's just
Yes.
going to get better and better.
Yeah.
Okay, so if there's one thing that I could do today, if I was going to stay in my home and make it greener, what would you tell me to do? Is it tankless water heater? Is that the thing?
The simple thing are the simple things. When you go out to buy your light bulbs, buy the CFLs,
Got
or
it.
now the LEDs. The other thing that's easy is checking for leaks. Look around the doors of your house, see if there's any gaps. That's where most of your energy is going. It's going through those
Right out the
gaps
door.
in the door.
Air leaks.
Air leaks.
Yeah, got it.
So if somebody wanted to talk with you about real estate, tell us how they can get in touch with you.
The easiest way is going to my website, which is kevinlingard.com. If you can't remember that, just Google Kevin Raleigh Realtor and I come up on top. So it's a nice, easy way of remembering.
All right, great. Well, thank you so much for being with us today, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin. We learned a lot.